Hi, welcome to the Celestial Circle podcast. I'm Love.
And I'm Tylin. We're two Los Angeles-based astrologers and healers.
Join us each month as we explore the upcoming transits to see how they will affect you, show up in the world, and in our own personal lives.
We hope that you will find guidance, understanding, and fun as you apply this wisdom to your own life.
And if you'd like us to give you personalized insight, please submit any questions you have on upcoming or current transits to thecelestialcirclepodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram at thecelestialcirclepodcast.
The circle is now open. Thanks for listening.
If you're seeing us in the same continued outfit that maybe you've seen us before, that means this is a part 2 episode.
Yes.
So we cut this episode somewhere that made sense, hopefully, and we are just going to continue playing it right where it left off. So yeah, we hope you enjoy the second part and that you enjoy the podcast as a whole.
Yes.
All right, here's what you've been waiting for.
Okay. Are we ready for this one? February 13th. Saturn
I'm ready.
Moves into Aries. I actually am so ready to. Like, Saturn, love ya, but I'm ready for a second house Saturn.
I'm gonna have it in my 5th house. It'll
I'm
be good.
so excited to dive into my business coaching, money management system and really get that on lock with the Saturn second house transit. And yeah, this is again February 13th all the way until my birthday, April 11th, but in 2028. So
it's happy pre-birthday.
Yeah. 2028. Actually, what's so wild is that time I'll only have one more month left and I'll be completely paid off all my debt. Won't that be crazy?
That's actually really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So I love it. But yeah, it's this is the new era that we're talking about, the awakening of the new structure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, the last time, the 1996 to 1999 transit, this was
the world
the
was
early
good during that
internet.
time.
People romanticize this time
well,
period.
Financially, I remember
Yeah.
Clinton was seen as a good president because he left and America was in the plus, in the positive.
Yep. It was the time of the early birthing too of what would be the internet, the early kind of birthing of that.
Mm-hmm.
So the online pieces starting to come into the self-branding.
It's I'll go first.
Yep. And independence movements, these pieces. So yeah, Saturn in Aries, it initiates new cycles of personal sovereignty, what it means to really be in your, again, personal leadership.
Yeah.
This could also be bringing up military, political, and identity-based restructuring. And also, we've talked a lot about this, personal responsibility.
Taking accountability.
As a spiritual path, taking accountability for your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your actions. Aries, taking accountability for your action for your Aries. Take accountability for your Aries placements. For your actions.
Spoken like a true Aries moon.
I am like that. I'm own your shit, bro. Fuck.
I'm like that too
just
as an Aries sun. I'm
take
accountability.
Damn, it's not that hard. Let's just get past it. Okay. Yeah, confrontations, initiations. Yeah. A lot of let's just get this out of the way. But with the Saturn, it'll be let's square it away in a boundary, in a structure, in a plan that makes sense.
And the Neptune piece softens it too, because it's I might have made this mistake, but here I am in that full authenticity and ownership, right? Yeah. And then the Neptune piece softens it.
And it's remember this, the people that are willing to say I made a mistake and take accountability are the ones that we want to learn from. We don't want to learn from the people that have never made a mistake and are perfect little goody two shoes. I want to learn from the guy that's a felon who turned his life around. I want to learn from the guy that was a hardcore drug addict that turned his life around. I don't know why they're all men when I'm using the examples, but they all are. I like this reverse. It's the feminism. They say if you're doing feminist stuff in daily language, to like automatically assume that the boss is a woman or like talk. So I'm like reversing it. I'm like automatically the felon's a man. Like automatically the addict is a man. Not that those are anything to be like looked down at. I was just thinking about my dad, to be honest, actually.
Well, maybe Neptune in the Aries piece is like literally breaking down the form and the structure of the patriarchy.
Do you think that it stems from Aries?
Aries is definitely a sign that is like the warrior that has a lot of assertion and aggression, which can be very a patriarchal tactic.
Sure, I could see that. I'm trying to think like of the signs, which, because I did like a deep dive on my Substack about like where did the patriarchy begin, like when did it begin, and it was like in Mesopotamia when we stopped doing like nomadic living and we started actually building like the first like towns and villages and structures.
Yeah, removing goddess worship too was a huge part of it.
The main piece was just like a few men, the few rulers in charge literally told everybody like, all of you who are living here, like, if you're a woman, you now have a role. And if you're a man, you now have a role. And you have to fulfill that role in order to receive it. So they were like, men, your job
That's
is...
the identity piece of Aries, though.
Yeah.
That is the patriarchy.
So, I could see it. I hate having an Aries moon now.
I'm not gonna lie. I still love my fucking Aries sun.
I like being in the heart of a man.
I know.
In my heart... is the patriarchy, which means I believe I'm better than you. I'm just kidding.
Okay, your Leo 9th house is acting up right now.
I'm trying to make this fun. It's heavy. I'm the comedic relief in this bitch. My Gemini and Sag placements are like, God, this is so serious.
Yeah, we need you.
Holy shit,
if it was
bro.
Just me, it'd be very serious.
Yeah, it would be sad. Come on.
My like Mercury first house. It is like, even though it's Mercury Pisces and has that intuition piece, I'm also very intellectual and I think about these things and I'm researching. We talked about this with my one line in human design.
Yeah, you be researching. It's like, BRB, let me check my notes. Yeah. I'm gonna get you a shirt that's like, I do be researching. In the lab.
I love the Aries shirt you got me. I wore it out.
I need to wear the Cancer shirt
the other day.
Yeah. You're supposed to wear it on the podcast.
I know.
Oh. One of these days we'll get it together.
Well, for March, then we'll have Neptune in Aries and Saturn in Aries. So,
and I'm just gonna have my
and we're gonna
shirt.
be moving into Aries season.
And the Cancer shirt will just be there. Doesn't make any sense. It's like, and I'm a Cancer. It's like Jupiter and Cancer. Actually, I solved it. Yes! My Gemini Mercury. Let's find a way to make this work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to Aries. Back to Saturn and Aries. Okay. Okay, so like we're talking about, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and Saturn is the figure of authority.
So a new beginning. Yeah,
it's like a new type of warrior, a new strategy for like owning that sense of sovereignty, purpose, integrity.
War.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like
Civil
it
war.
does align with themes of war.
Yeah, because
like,
we can't just be like, hello, Mr. Trump, sir, can you please change it and make it better? Like, that's, nobody's ever done that. Like, no one's like, please, oppressor, can you make this better for us?
Yeah.
Like, you have to fight.
Yeah. Well, they're using tactics of violence and aggression.
It's, like, pointless to, like, play by the rules now. There are no rules. The second they broke the rules are gone.
Yeah. The second, they murdered someone. We all saw it, and then declared that it was the right thing to do. Like, no. Okay.
And it's not that person is not the first person. There was many people murdered in 2025.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we'll see how this plays with the Neptune piece, like adding in that Neptunian flavor of dismantling, right? Because Neptune just like disperses energy. So collectively this is bringing up themes of like identity politics, and this is something that I know like you and I have talked about, where my identity is not separate from like my role that I play in the collective, who I am, how I show
intersectionalism.
up. Exactly. And because of that, like it, to me, it's not a political difference, it's a difference of morals. It's a difference of identity structure.
What you're talking about is like a lot of people use that argument of like, well, we could just agree to disagree. And if we're being real, it's like if your opinion or your viewpoint threatens my identity or like a group of people from being able to exist that safely, then it's not an opinion. It's an oppression. Like, and I think a lot of people just get really stuck into, well, that's just my viewpoint. And it's like, your viewpoint is like harming an entire group of people. So like, it's not, because you're wrapped up in it
as your identity.
Yeah. Like you can't just, some political, like human rights things are not just like fun opinions. Like they affect real people's lives.
Yes. So it's bringing up those themes around identity, what it is that you are standing for.
Yeah. So it's like, what does that mean about you if you're not taking accountability for the fact that you voted for Trump? What does that mean about you? It's not, oh, I didn't know any of this stuff was going to happen. But your choices have real consequences in the world. Yeah.
And what does that mean when your identity is proud of that and proud of the harm?
Yeah, proud of making people feel scared, tearing families apart, like ruining people's lives, ending people's lives.
Yeah.
Like creating fear in people's lives. Like that's like, we're definitely going to be seeing like Clash of the Titans.
Yeah. And that goes in clear opposition to our identity structures, which are rooted in compassion, rooted in everyone deserves safety base level.
And a lot of people probably who listen to us, who are spiritual, your identity has always felt against the system.
Yeah.
And it's for a reason. Like, I feel like a lot of people think, like, if they receive this negativity for so long, they're like, this must mean there's something wrong with me. Like, society doesn't make a space for me, so I'm wrong. And actually, it's like you're a living example of you're supposed to expand society. Like, if you don't fit in, then expansion needs to be made for you to fit in. And so the way that a lot of people choose to look at this that I find is more empowering is like, if you exist at the odds of society just by who you are and what you believe in, like that's because you're here to bring about a new society, right? Like because you stand out and you go against the grain, this is exactly why we need you here to be making decisions, to be giving us information, to be telling us how can we make it more inclusive.
Yes, 100%. And this is why we need that level of true authenticity.
Yeah. Like I don't want you to hide who you are. Yes. Show me all that you are, and then I will like make space for that.
Yeah, but really your identity and who you are, it does say a lot about what you stand for.
Yeah.
And that's just where we're at.
Yeah, it's like, can you separate the art from the artist? At this point, we can't. In Neptune and Pisces, sure, we could separate the art from the artist. In Neptune and Aries, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it's so true.
Yeah, it's like we can't just keep giving these people money because they have harmful ideologies, and what are they going to do with that money?
Yeah.
Support those harmful ideologies. You can't separate it.
It's so true. So, yeah, I'm excited to see with the Saturn and Aries what happens on a world stage with the leadership piece.
Yeah.
And like leadership coming from a place of sovereignty. We'll see if that happens. And
or just like grabbing power and just charging forward. It might not be like the best. It might not be good for everyone. This is why it's war. Yeah.
So this transit is really asking us like, who am I? Because that's Aries. I am. Like, who am I in the face of all of this change? Who am I in this new era? Who am I in the revolution?
Yeah.
So Saturn and Aries is asking all of us, especially, I'm talking to you, Saturn and Aries, folks that are moving through your Saturn return, are you willing to become the true author of your own life?
Yeah, you trailblaze,
Yeah.
you take accountability, you take forward action, and you find what supports that.
Yes. So, yeah, Saturn and Aries. I know we talked a lot about, I think it was our beginning episode for this year or last year, where we talked a lot about having the structure to live a life filled with your passion, to have discipline with like physical activity, that being a big deal for Saturn and Aries return. Yeah. So those are all pieces too that I just want to like sprinkle in there.
Yeah.
And then let's move into our eclipse. Y'all ready for this one? Okay, so February 17th, we have a new moon solar eclipse at 28 degrees of Aquarius. And I was meditating on the frequency of this, and it really does feel like it's the shattering of old systems. So this eclipse is very powerful. As Aquarius, it rules over social systems, it rules over technology, community, networks, human rights, and collective consciousness. So
that would be a good time to do your hacking.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I brought that up earlier. I was like,
where the hackers at? Send this to your hacker friends, dude. What date is that?
This is going to be February 17th.
Hey, plan your hack, dude.
So this eclipse opens a portal of, rapid social restructuring, breakthroughs in technology, new collective identities, shifts in political systems. It's like a collective, like, mass awareness moment that's happening, and potentially the collapse of outdated ideologies. So what we were just talking about earlier, this might be the moment where it's like people are really coming to terms with, if I believe this, if I have this as a belief system, right? Because Aquarius, it's fixed air. It's air that's held, it's contained, an idea that's held and contained. What does that mean about me? What does that mean about who I stand for and what I stand for?
Yeah. Yeah, because like solar eclipse, it's like the sun is being like hidden, right? So the outward identity of how we're shining is being hidden, and we're having that inward moment of reflection. So definitely like, oh, am I being too stubborn in this? Like, what, am I rebelling for the wrong reasons or the right reasons, right? Like, how am I like feeling internally around this?
Yes. Yeah. And with that solar energy and like the hidden quality of that, to me, I was meditating on the feeling of that identity space that the sun represents being rewritten. Not just like who we are, but also how we think our ideas.
Yeah. I could totally see that, and having, because we still will have Pluto here as well, kind of like illuminating. So I feel like it'll be like more deep, more intense than just like a normal solar eclipse. It's like Pluto's like, keep going into the depths, like intensify. Like,
oh my God, your
spookiness intensifies. Like
tapping into Mars and Vesta are going to be conjunct.
Okay, I was going to ask what else is in it.
Yeah, and we'll because that's what you're feeling into, that intensity. Like, it's intense.
Yeah, I think it's intense, but I think it's like, where are we at right now, y'all? Like, as a society, we kind of need that. We kind of need an intense change and shake up, because like people, we like the nice people, the compassionate people have been fucking saying this till we're blue in the face for years at this point. And like, what has happened? Worse and worse and worse stuff.
It's the celebration of a dictatorship. Did you see that? Literally, like, outright saying, like, accepting this role as a dictator. Like, that's the narcissism piece of the Leo.
And there's like, so many other, like, Iran is going through things, like Gaza, like there's so many other places in the world that need this as well.
100%, because collectively we are all living on this one earth, a floating hunk of rock moving through space.
Yeah.
Like,
and if we're all made up of energy, we can think as much as we want that this doesn't affect us, but it does.
It does. So this is happening again in that last decan of Aquarius, which is a decan ruled by the moon, and it relates to the 7 of Swords in the tarot. So it's so interesting because the lunations that we're having this month are very lucky cards, though, because the Six of Wands...
Because the universe seems to want to support this change.
Right.
Who fucking knew?
Yeah, like the Six of Wands is like such a special card and that victory. But then the Seven of Swords...
It's like, get away with murder, babe.
Literally the card of getting away with murder.
Which we don't want people to be getting away with murder anymore. God damn.
But it's like the feeling of like being able to accomplish something. Yeah. So yeah, we see that with this figure.
And it can kind of sometimes bring up themes of like guilt too, right? Like, oh, am I allowed to do this? Like, is this okay? That was so easy. Yeah. I'm just allowed to, because it literally shows this person like running away with these swords. It's like, are they stealing them? Like, what's going on, right? Getting away with murder. It's like, make a wish.
The detached quality that Aquarius brings is also something that's going to be heightened. So that level of like emotional peace is interesting with the moon ruling over this decan, because we're being asked to have a healthy emotional awareness over those feeling states, and then where we're like detaching in a way that's unhealthy. Because if we really work with Aquarius medicine, it can teach us healthy detachment and how to see things.
I feel like people will be... I just keep seeing Andrew Tate. I know he's been coming back in the news, so he might have something to do with this. But I feel like he looks Aquarian to me. He might have Aquarius placements. I just keep seeing like the detachment. Like sometimes we can skip those steps, right? Like we might have the healthy detachment from the bad thing that we did. We might be like, I don't care.
Yeah. That's also a possibility. That's definitely something that Aquarius can provide, that feeling of like, oh, let me remove myself. And then the moon piece, the emotional removal, the emotional detachment. But the moon here could also offer us like the subconscious instinct, and it can also bring up, because the moon relates to ancestry, ancestral fear patterns around like what it means to belong to a community and what it means to be exiled from a community.
Many people's ancestors have that.
Yeah. So the Seven of Swords like adds these psychological themes with this lunation around like strategic concealment, like half-truths, the feeling of
maybe more Epstein files will be released.
That's what
during this
literally
time.
I was thinking that. Yeah. Like
they release like 1% of them.
It's like
we know all of you are pedophiles. Just fucking get out of here. Go to jail already.
And that might be what also is like leading up with the Leo full moon, of this like spotlight being shown on the celebrity stuff. Yeah. Being revealed.
And then it's like where are the ramifications?
Yes. Yeah. So
I think the hacking would be great during this time.
The technology piece for sure.
AI, and like being able to get away with AI.
It. Yeah. So it's like this is the moment when it's like the narratives like unravel, like these hidden agendas, they come to surface. And people like realize if they've been outsourcing their sense of discernment to the feeling of the belonging state to the group, which is what we're seeing on a mass level with people just aligning their identity structures. Yeah. And being brainwashed. Yeah. Not even questioning.
Which is like the Aquarius is the rebel. They're always questioning. They're always like, does this serve me? Does this serve people? Does this make the world better? How does this help humanity?
Literally. I literally wrote this. This is a power to the people moment. In history. This is a power to the people moment in history. That's huge. I'm not just writing that out my ass. Like,
I see a bomb. I see a bomb in my mind. I don't know where that is, but I do see it. Yeah.
So the shadow part of the Seven of Swords, it can be like mental fragmentation, sometimes the lack of integrity too when it comes to like the getting away with the murder piece. But on a higher level, it's about liberating oneself from systems that perhaps require like self-erasure to survive. Yeah. And that's what a lot of these identity structures are for people, is they are in these communities. So much of
our society's like that.
Where if you don't believe this thing, you will be exiled. So it's out of survival that you align with this group.
Yep. religion, fucking patriarchy, gender norms, heteronormativity.
Literally, this eclipse exposes where we've been lying to ourselves in any capacity to stay safe within the group, where cleverness replaced truth, and where silence was mistaken for neutrality. Because that Leo full moon is, again, activating your authenticity and, like, where speaking from the heart and your truth. So, yeah, this eclipse, it's going to bring up a lot of release around that. So, the Mars and Vesta are conjunct the eclipse. So Mars, this is where you were feeling into the intensity. It's revolutionary anger, like collective agitation, action fueled by ideology, while Vesta, which we talked about last month, this is, the sacred focus, devotion to a cause, because she represents that inner flame.
Which the other side can also be like, I'm
completely devoted to this thing. Mm-hmm. And nothing and no one is going to change my mind, that fixed air.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rough.
Exactly. So, conjunct this eclipse. They do provoke the feeling of rebellion through the refusal to keep sacrificing vitality to systems that do not honor true life.
Yeah, because Vesta's around like
or
the
home,
right?
opposite of that. They keep the fire going for systems that diminish life.
Yeah.
And she is the home. She's the hearth.
Yeah, so we're going to be feeling like, what's my country doing? What's my home doing?
Yeah.
What's my community doing?
Yeah. But historically, Mars and Vesta, they can correlate with, activists, reclaiming spiritual authority. So we'll see what happens with that. And it's square to Uranus and Taurus, which we talked about earlier. Uranus going direct.
Wow.
But it's Uranus and Taurus. It's been shaking up economies, food systems, like what's happening with our bodies, values around security.
Maybe another boycott is happening on this time.
Right? Because it's like...
Maybe we're like, Target, goodbye. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Like, the way that these people are treating other people's bodies, like, that's your body is your temple. It is your sovereign space.
But our community, our society does not teach you that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Especially if you're a female body.
Yeah.
Your body does not belong to you. That's what they teach you.
Yeah.
And as a kid, it's like, come here, mom wants a hug.
Yeah.
Like, they don't let you have bodily autonomy. And it's not that it's bad. Like, they're not intending for it to be bad. Like, the parents just aren't teaching. They don't know.
Yeah. So, this square is intense because Uranus is the liberator, right? Uranus is all about rebellion.
Again, get rid of the student debt. It'll liberate our material, with the Taurus piece, liberate our money from a harmful system.
Why?
I'm gonna keep manifesting that someone just gets rid of the student debt.
Yes,
just hack
because
it,
why is it there in the first place? It's like, if you want to better your education,
know why it's there? Racism.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's systematic oppression because
colleges used to be free, and then when Black people were freed and be considered real humans in the eyes of America, they started charging for colleges. That's all it is.
It's sickening because it's like, if you want a better society through a skill set, why does it need to cost so much that you are paying that back for 20, 30 years of your life?
Because they only want the white privileged people to be part of the system. And that's something that they've never they probably said it out loud back then because they were, they just abolished slavery.
It's coming back now. I mean, they're talking about, I don't know if you saw this stuff about the Civil Rights Act and everything that Trump said about, it was hard for white men. Like, what the fuck? I don't know if you saw any of that, but
yeah, it was hard for white men to be accountable, to be compassionate, to fucking see people as equals, to fucking actually get up and fucking try something and have a discernible talent and not just be handed everything.
Fucking angry. It's like, okay. Let's continue because we've got a lot to go into.
What happened to him that he needs to be like this?
Well,
who hurt him? He's had everything he's ever fucking wanted in his life.
Wounded. His inner child is
but from what?
Wounded.
His fucking parents supported him. They launched him into fucking business. He used I don't understand.
what I feel is that he never really truly received that Leo sense of true recognition for his authenticity. And so then the narcissism piece has just
he was like the hottest man in New York in the fucking 80s. Like, women wanted to fuck him. He was like on TV, became a reality TV star. He was like, what recognition does he need?
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like there's a difference between the like superficial level of recognition versus
like his inner child wanted his mom to say something to him.
You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference between that. It's like, on the public flashy scale,
I just have no empathy for him. I'm sorry. I'm just like, what fucking do you need, bitch? Like, I have zero empathy.
I mean, I think on one of our episodes we talked about this, where it's like, in like a society that is compassionate, right? Like in ancient tribal cultures, like if there was someone operating out of integrity, like out of their true authenticity, they would surround that person in love and encouragement until they understood that what they did was wrong. And then there was forgiveness piece. And as a society, we're so removed from the feeling of forgiveness. Like that's why like cancel culture has gotten to the point where it is.
Yeah.
And like that in of itself is also like the lack of compassion.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, if you've gone so far down into making this your identity,
it's like, if you're a pedophile, I'm not going to be like
willing to because
there's no calling in for that.
You're unwilling to even acknowledge like what you did was wrong. It's like you're so far gone, and that in and of itself is a systemic, that Aquarius piece. It's a systemic, on a systematic level. These are issues, like deeply rooted issues.
Yeah. I mean, I know all of that, but girl.
Okay, Uranus and Taurus. The square that this lunation makes to Uranus and Taurus. So it creates a fracture between this ideology and then the material reality. So what this looks like collectively is ideas that maybe sounded progressive, but maybe don't work in like a practical way. And it could also be like financial and environmental wake-up calls. We were talking about like the earthquake thing.
I'm also seeing like people like gathering supplies, like how they did in COVID.
Yep.
Like some kind of fear-based thing.
Yeah. It's like the feeling state when I was feeling into it, the square, because it's creating tension, is the body like rejecting what the mind is trying to normalize. It's like the feeling of I can no longer in my body.
Good. So all these people who are like aligning themselves with Trump's ideologies will have panic attacks until they fucking get it together.
It's like, how can you're denying your own intuition? Because you know in your heart space, if you really go into your heart space, that man has committed horrendous crimes. Yeah. You know that in your heart.
Like, it's never too late to fucking just be like, bro, I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah. I'm going to try and help and do the right thing.
That's where the forgiveness piece comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Don't reject your truth. Do not reject your deeper intuition. So your body knows. So
yeah,
I was feeling into this like on a like the feeling state of Taurus being the earth, like this feeling of like Gaia revolting, like Gaia being like, I'm so fucking done with this.
Let's see, like, are the orcas gonna take down more yachts?
Oh, I love that.
Or is another wasn't that there was a billionaire that was killed by a bee? That was sick.
Yeah, you cannot theorize your way out of embodiment. You cannot intellectualize hunger, exhaustion, like, or the pain that is being caused to humans. You can't.
So, like, basically, like, if you've been living out of alignment in some way, shape, or form, you might have a physical issue or a real material issue impede you or become very, very aware.
It's demanding, this square is demanding innovation rooted in sustainability. It's also interesting because it's square Eros too, but Eros is in Gemini. So because Uranus is the later degrees of Taurus, and then Eros beginning of Gemini. Yeah, it's like Eros is like the erotic energy of curiosity, of intelligence. It's the desire to know, and it loves conversation and energy exchange. So this square, yeah, it exposes where desire could have been manipulated by language, where information could be like out of balance, like out of alignment.
I'm seeing like online conversations with people.
We are learning collectively the difference between like actual true connection versus like just like a stimulation. So because I think that's the Aquarius piece of the belonging. It's like I want to connect with people that are actually going to be able to understand me when I show up and speak, and like have that flow of exchange and ideas.
Or just like people who also
are willing to understand.
Like not understanding, but like you want to connect with like real people with like real things to say, with real, like Aquarius energy is very philosophical, so they're okay like holding space with ideas that they're opposed to.
Yeah.
But it's like if it's like real, if like it's like the difference between an argument and a debate, right? Like Aquarius energy is like, I will be willing to hear you out if you're willing to hear me out, like in this debate where there's decorum. But an argument online, especially, you got to be really careful for all those fucking bots. They're not even real humans. They're just farms of phones fucking plugged in with AI, like just making you piss for no fucking reason.
I literally wrote like it's creating the sense of pressure that highlights that, like that media addiction piece and the dopamine driven discourse.
Yeah, like it might feel real good to like tell someone off, but they might be a robot.
So, because like, Eros and Gemini, like the erotic charge is through like actual real conversation, and this square, it's highlighting that tension. Yeah.
So maybe like, you know, make a call and make an appointment for your local dominatrix to just be like, you piece of shit, and like spit on you or something, you know? That's a cute vibe. I'm just making everything sex today.
That's so aggressive. Okay.
Aries moon. What more do you want from me? I've been pole dancing right before this. I know a dominatrix. I follow the lady who made that tarot deck. She does professional doming. Bro, think about how healing that would be if like you're a woman and you're like stepping on some guy's face. Like because he's paying you to do it. Sick.
I feel like with our Aries
you're too
placements,
compassionate.
I don't know, but I feel like we could be good doms.
I would be a sick ass dom, dude.
I feel like my true nature though, I'm 100% a switch. I'm such switchy vibes.
Okay, but like when you show up because you're paid to be a dominatrix, you're not doing it all the time. Yeah. Like you have clients and you do that.
Oh, I could totally do that.
And then you go home and then you let like your boyfriend be the dom. You know, like that's where you get. That's. But I'm saying, like, you can swap that way, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it would be, like, sexually interesting. I think it would just be, like, the power dynamic would be healing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, like that power dynamic of letting yourself be fully in that, like, I am in feminine charge. Rage. I am...
Because my Gemini Mercury conjunct my Venus has a lot of things I could say to a man.
Why do you think Sekhmet is my goddess?
Yeah.
Like, Sekhmet is my goddess, the goddess of feminine rage. We have a lot of shit to be angry about.
Literally Hera. Like, her husband cheated on her like a bajillion times.
Yeah.
Just didn't give a fuck.
Well, she did, but
no, the husband didn't give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say she got her revenge.
She gave a lot of fucks. She fucked a lot of people.
She plotted a lot of shit. Yeah, she's not one to fuck with. I love how Athena like low key strategized with Hera to be like, let's fuck these bitches.
It's tiring. It's so tiring. These men. Okay.
Like Athena's like, I'm gonna get back at my dad. Little bitch ass.
For real. Dude, this unchecked male fucking virility just everywhere.
Yeah, Jupiter's behavior low-key is cringe.
Also Jupiter first house. I'd be making some mistakes that are cringy. But I do it gracefully with the Hera energy. You're like, wow. The way you fell.
But you're more
great.
Hera though, because you have Hera on your ascendant and Jupiter's further up. So okay, we're moving on. The ruler of this lunation. This is a big fucking deal, y'all. Saturn, 0 degrees of Aries, conjunct Neptune.
A new era, a new initiation, and something new is beginning on this eclipse.
It's new, but also releasing, because that's what eclipses are about. It's like a shedding, and that's why I keep coming back to this, like, shedding of an identity structure.
Yeah, it's like new, like, because it's like on the other side of it is actually a true feeling of new beginning.
Yes,
if you do the shedding.
Yep.
If you listen to what it is you're supposed to be doing to move you into greater alignment, it will feel like, oh my god, I took a layer of my mask off.
I mean, again, it's like really the bigger question with this is like, who are you when no one is telling you who or how to be?
I keep feeling like this pressure in my upper back and my spine, so I feel like it's like releasing like past wounds, past pains.
Yeah, because
like
Aries
tension that's held in our body. It's like releasing that.
Yeah. Again, like this is really the birth of sovereign leadership, action, embodied faith. And I mean, really, hopefully leadership that is like moving from a space of true integrity, like from that authentic place, and it's actually heart-led, it's actually compassionate. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully that is a birth. Now we're going to move into every rising sign for this eclipse.
Okay, let's do it.
Aries risings, this is an 11th house eclipse for you. So this eclipse rewires your relationship to community, collaboration, and future vision. You are releasing
humanity too.
100%. You are releasing friendships built on obligation or performance, group roles where perhaps your fire was muted. You are being initiated into leadership that arises naturally within community. So devotion, the Vesta piece, to causes that reflect your authentic values, and the courage piece, Saturn and Aries, to redefine what and who your people, your community really means to you. Yeah,
this is where we were talking like the identity, just doing it for belonging. Like if that community doesn't actually support who you feel you are deep down, leave them.
Literally, I wrote, not every circle deserves your energy. Choose resonance, Aries risings, over loyalty.
Yeah.
Because you're operated to trust your instinct. You're an Aries rising. Choose the resonance. Taurus rising. I told y'all we're coming back for you for this lunation. I'm excited for y'all. Taurus rising. Okay, this is a 10th house eclipse for you. So this eclipse marks a public identity reset. So you may be feeling restless with your current role or reputation and a desire to disrupt expectations placed upon you. Mars and Vesta, they are igniting that big picture dream, public role calling that you have. Your work must mean something. Your presence must feel alive in the work that you are doing and who you are in the world. And with Uranus squaring from your first house, which this has been a massive activation for you the past 7 years, your body is demanding authenticity. You can no longer hide from your truth anymore. Your career is no longer separate from your values or your nervous system. Okay, Taurus rising, this is a big fucking deal. Step up in the world with who you are and your deeper purpose.
Yeah, right? The Aquarius energy is like avant-garde, future. Like, what are your ideas for the future? What are the ways that your legacy is shaping the future, is building the future, is creating more inclusivity for humanity, better equality for humanity? How can you use your public image, your career, your path to leverage that?
Exactly. Gemini rising. This is a 9th house eclipse for you. So this eclipse is dissolving outdated belief systems. You are shedding philosophies inherited without the feeling of deeper truths and narratives that limit your curiosity, because you are a Gemini rising. You move through the world through curiosity. And Eros is in your first house, awakening desires to experience truth, not just study it. So the Saturn Neptune at 0 degrees of Aries asks, what do you believe when no one is persuading you? Wisdom now comes through your lived experience, and let that inquisitive nature flow through you.
Yeah, it's like not because someone told you to do it or you were raised to do it, but what you feel in your body, what you actually experience in your life.
100%.
Yeah, leading with that. And if you don't have all the answers, that's okay. Just be like, this is what I know now, and this is what I feel now, and that's where I'm going to be going.
Yes. Cancer rising. 8th house eclipse for you. This is a deep one. A deep psychic initiation. You are confronting power dynamics, shared resources, and emotional entanglements. The 7 of Swords reveals where if there was secrecy protecting you and where it may have cost you intimacy, deeper intimacy, because Mars invests to say, like, reclaim your energetic sovereignty, because the 8th house is meant to be shared resources, giving and receiving. And Cancer risings, y'all know how to give. Y'all are compassionate, nurturing people. That's how you move through the world. So true intimacy requires transparency, especially with yourself. Cancer risings.
You were visited by a ghost. That's
like ghost. Literally the Cancer risings are like, this eclipse shedded any fear I had around having sex with ghosts.
now I can safely have sex with ghosts. The ghost
Cancer risings, let us know.
The ghost just shows up and is like, in the future I'd like to have sex with you. What can be done about this?
Oh my gosh. Cancer risings like lead the way into sex with like aliens too.
Oh yeah, the Aquarius. You're probed by an alien. That's what's actually happening with the Aquarius energy here.
Oh my god.
Probed by an alien.
Tell us, let us know.
You're like, it was great. I loved it.
Oh my god. Leo rising. Big deal for you. 7th house eclipse. This eclipse rewrites your relational contracts.
We might have breakups.
Oh yeah.
And business partnerships.
But you may see clearly where partnerships, they maybe brought up the themes of self-abandonment, where intellectual agreements like actually lacked emotional truth. So with the Saturn Neptune in your 9th house, relationships now must align with your evolving worldview.
This is like if you're married to you're a lady, you're like a liberal lady, and you're married to like the MAGA man. Like, bye. You're not aligning with me anymore. Goodbye.
There's not aligned belief systems.
I can't keep making excuses and spaces for you anymore if you're not on the right side of history.
Literally. You are no longer negotiating your essence to maintain harmony in relationships that don't truly value you.
Yeah, you're doing Leo humanity a disservice by enabling these people and making them feel safe.
Let them go. Ideologies. Let those relationships go. Let them dissolve. That's what eclipse season is all about, baby.
Yeah, and it's like, with the solar eclipse, it's like, if you're not showing up and doing all the work in the relationship, what do you see is left? What is there?
Yeah. Good question. Virgo rising. This eclipse is happening in your 6th house. So this eclipse transforms your daily rituals. This eclipse, you're being asked to release productivity as worth and mental
scary for Virgo rising.
Over management of the body. That is scary, right? Because they can sometimes orient their worth to their productivity. But you're being asked to like, you were letting that go. Virgo rising. Look at me. Look at me in the eyes. Sit in a circle. Stay down.
With me. Stay with me.
No more of that. Look at me. No more.
Look at me. Hey! They're like, I'm listening to the audio, you dumb bitch. I can't look at you.
All the Virgo risings are like, oh, really?
They're like, girl, that's not happening. You're like, just you wait. Well, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. The aliens are going to be like, stop overworking.
Stop. Okay, Mars and Vesta. They're bringing sacred focus to your work as devotion, right? Because that's what work is meant to feel like. It's meant to feel like a sacred devotion. And not like you're just overworking yourself.
Well, and Virgo is the sign of like the giver, the healer. So they want to do their stuff devotionally.
Yeah. And but also like a deeper relationship to your health. Like, is the work that you're doing creating imbalances in your health, with your health and your body?
What's your mental health? What's your physical health? Like, what's your long-term health?
So Uranus transiting through your 9th house with this eclipse, this is shaking beliefs around like the frequency around like the discipline. It's shaking up your just belief systems in general and like how you are of service with this. So ultimately, Virgo rising with this eclipse, your routines, they must nurture your spirit. Your spirit.
Yeah, and whatever belief that you have that's tied to that, you need to let it go.
Yep.
Oh, but I need to show up. I need to be perfect. I need to be perfectionist.
I need to know all this, like...
Oh, is it hurting me in my mental health and my physical health? Then I can't.
Bye.
I need a limit.
Okay. That's like the catchphrase for eclipse season. Bye. Let it go. Let that shit go. But it's interesting because it's a new moon solar eclipse, though. So it's like there's a release, but it's also like a collective rewriting.
Yeah, there's still new stuff coming up.
Yeah. So the Libra rising, this is a 5th house eclipse for y'all. So this is a rebirth of creative sovereignty, right? You're reclaiming pleasure without justification and expression without any sense of strategy. And the 7 of Swords, this warns against performing creativity for approval and intellectualizing joy. So we're releasing that because, again, Libra rising, like, y'all are just inherently creative, artistic souls. So just let yourself be that. Like, arrows in your 9th house is reigniting desire for meaning through that sense of playfulness. And really for Libra risings, I was meditating on with this eclipse is like, let joy be your compass. And anything that is preventing you from that experience, let it go.
But I do want to add something that's coming up.
Yeah.
Libra placements love harmony. And I feel like there's people that are listening that need to hear harmony is not joy. It can feel really nice when things are harmonious. But I feel like the Libra risings can convince themselves that by maintaining peace and harmony and a sense of balance in the relationships or in their life or in their desires or their creativity or passion, that equals joy because they feel happier because like there's no argument, there's no discord, but that's like temporary. That's like a short-term form of joy, right? Yeah. Like, so if you do feel like you need to like shake something up or say something or confront something or end something or whatever, like know that it's the deeper long-term real joy that you're looking for, not the like, oh, I don't want to say that because I don't want to have to deal with the fallout of that and the argument of this, but so I'm just going to keep suffering over time. Like that's not real joy, right? Yeah. Like, so think about that.
Yeah, because a part of that then with the eclipse season is the release then of any narratives that say, I have to operate in this way to maintain the harmony.
Yeah. Yeah. Like because think about your true joy, your true real joy. Do you want to keep making space for that person or behavior?
Yeah. Because the 5th house, really, it's all about your pleasure. So anything that is preventing you from that.
Yeah. This is like, you're the one that gets, you're the one, you're the client for the dominatrix. And you're like, this is what I want. This is what brings me pleasure and joy. Do this to me.
Do it.
Get that hot sex date.
Okay, speaking of sex, Scorpio rising.
And we only say that because Scorpio rules the genitals, for those wondering. The sex organs. The reproductive systems.
Scorpio rising. Okay, this is an eclipse for your 4th house. This eclipse this eclipse reaches into your roots. So you may experience revelations around family patterns, in a desire to refine what home is for you. So the Saturn-Neptune piece happening in your 6th house asks you to create new emotional structures through daily care. And Mars and Vesta now moving through your 4th house bring that protective sense of fire to your inner sanctuary, really. So you are allowed to build a home that reflects who you are and who you are becoming.
Yeah, you building a sex dungeon.
Because I feel like a lot of Scorpio risings are, really they're experiencing a lot of transformation within the homes and the roots, and that could mean confronting, like, oh my goodness, like, I have these ideologies and belief systems that are different from my family.
Yeah, or like my family members have made unsavory, like, ancestrally, they've made unsavory things. Or there's maybe even, like, ancestral, like, wounds or things, right? Like, why do I do this pattern? Why am I upholding this structure, this belief?
Yep.
And you might even want to, like, change your home. Like, decorate it a little differently, like, clean it up a little, organize it a little.
The home, release some outdated things in the home.
Yeah. Maybe, like, donate things, thrift things.
Yeah.
Repurpose. Yeah.
Sagittarius rising. I'm talking to you, baby.
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
3rd house eclipse. This eclipse is activating your voice, language, and perception. So this eclipse is releasing any fear of saying the wrong thing and any mental censorship.
Ooh,
Arrows in your
fun.
7th house, it's reframing dialogue as deeper intimacy. Ooh, there's like a real deep desire to have that frequency of the communication and expression being this like erotic language.
They call the sex
and then
hotline.
Uranus in your 6th house is disrupting like potential any disruptive habitual thought patterns, right, that are happening on the day-to-day. So really what I was meditating on for Sagittarius risings for this eclipse is speak from deeply lived truth. Like, because the world needs your perspective around like what it is that you are learning, what you're, because essentially Sagittarius risings, there's this process of the embodiment of being the teacher, but you're teaching from your lived experience, like what you are learning. Like, that's what makes it so yummy and juicy for all of us to receive.
But
like,
also
your
with
teachings.
the Aquarius mind,
like,
you're like different. You're just like, I think differently.
Yeah.
That's exactly what makes you a good teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that sit with you?
Yeah, I feel like soapbox. Like, a lot of Sag people are going to be like, and another thing, this is what I have to say about this. And, like, why are people doing this? Like, that's stupid.
Sag risings, that's...
all the time.
That's where you live.
But... oh, every day.
Yeah. But that's exactly why, like, on the lower octave of Sag, they talk about it being, like, the preacher, right? Where it's like, I just have this one arrow, this one ideology, and then that goes to the Aquarius 3rd house, like, I'm just gonna speak into this one ideology. Whereas, like, the higher octave is, like, have a bunch of arrows, expand your worldview, and then the Aquarius piece is, use those arrows, use those, like, the worldview that you've gathered, your belief systems that you've gathered, to have messages that support the greater collective.
Yeah. And I think with, you were saying, there's something I wanted to say around, the dialogue as intimacy. Like, I was seeing, like, maybe you could, like, do voice notes to yourself and, like, listen to them back. Or, like, have a conversation. Like, I see, like, an intimate, like, conversation with someone where you're able to, like, show up fully and be yourself.
Yes.
And not, like, question. So, like, picking a safe space person or, like, telling them, like, prefacing it before you start.
100%.
Yeah. And I feel like the thought pattern with the 6th house, it's like maybe negative thoughts that you have around, like, your health or your wellness and, like, routines and, like, how can I get rid of those things?
Yes. Capricorn rising, we're talking to you. Capricorn rising, this is a 2nd house eclipse for y'all. So this eclipse is redefining self-worth and resources. You are confronting where security may have been tied to endurance and where value was measured externally. So the Saturn-Neptune piece moving through your 4th house is asking you, what does safety feel like in your body? Like true safety. Mars and Vesta urge the investment in what is sustainable, because the truth is this eclipse is bringing up this quality of your worth is inherent. It's like not something that needs to be earned or you need to accomplish. Like, I know Capricorn rising, y'all love all the accomplishment and the ambition, but you don't need to accomplish anything. Your worth is inherent.
I also keep seeing something with like the Saturn piece in the 4th house.
Yeah.
There's something around like maybe with the 2nd house and the 4th house piece, it's like maybe I was trying to build this as my home and that was my goal, and maybe now it's like shifting.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'm thinking like, oh, that's maybe not what's so important to me, or this is more important than I thought it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it feels very like tied to like, I guess like home safety, like ancestral patterns. Like maybe you're realizing like, oh, like that value isn't like something I want to keep like building in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I just keep seeing like a man that's like overwhelmed and he has like his head in his hands. So I just feel like there's like this sort of like, I can't keep doing it this way kind of pressure.
Yeah.
That comes up for the Capricorn risings.
100%. Because that's what you're speaking to, is that feeling of security being tied to this, like, I gotta push through, I gotta be endurant, I gotta be resilient. But it's like, is that actually sustainable?
Yeah. Well, and also like Capricorn energy, like they say Capricorns are very money centered, but it's like they just understand like, how do I get to my goal, right? And in our society it's money, but like if we're going through all these societal shifts, maybe you're like, oh, like I also want to align with this new societal like birthing, and I don't want to be so focused on like material pieces or something.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because Capricorn risings do have like Aquarius 2nd house, so they're like already their values are different. It's not what aligns with society. It's like whatever they like.
Yes. Know? I think it's because, you know, the Capricorn and the Aquarius, the medicine of these two signs is Saturn, like being the rulership, where it's
also
like,
interesting that it's like Saturn, like just in the order.
Yeah, because
not many of the other planets they don't do that.
Right, because the part of Capricorn with the Saturn piece is like, this is the legacy, this is the tradition, like this is the like bare bones, and then the Aquarius piece is like, this is the visionary consciousness, and we need both. Like we need to know where we've come from, we need to know the history in order to and that's why it's terrifying to be able to witness right now, like the fact that like history is being attempted to be erased right now, and like it's
repeating itself,
and that's the other part I was gonna say. So that's why they're back to back.
It's very interesting, actually. Never thought about that. That it's like back to back.
And then I also think about with that, and I think I've talked about this before, where I really feel like the Capricorn part of Saturn is a very feminine, like it's like a cardinal earth. I see it like a medicine woman, like just like very wise and earthy. And then the Aquarius part of Saturn, I see that like definitely like a masculine, like this is like the mad scientist, the genius, like two very different qualities. But I think that, you know, a lot of people see Saturn as like just daddy Saturn, but like I feel like Saturn also has a very feminine part.
Well, because if you're a provider and a builder,
the figure of authority,
like that's like you know.
Okay, speaking of Aquarius risings, this is an eclipse for y'all. So are you sitting in the circle? Aquarius rising, sit down. We're talking to y'all. This is happening in your 1st house. So this is a profound identity reset. It really is the quality of like shedding and releasing and reclaiming your true story, who you are, your authenticity, your power in the world. And that might feel like it's unrecognizable to other people. Like you might be in a moment of other people being like, who are you? I didn't realize that this was who you really are. Like that's what I was feeling for Aquarius risings, where it's like this eclipse is shedding any potential mask and then really owning
that's what I was seeing. I was seeing like in those design challenges on reality TV when they make you make a clothing that transforms into another clothing.
Yes.
Like that's what I was seeing. It's like a weird clothing and then it's like, surprise bitch, I'm this other weird clothing underneath.
Yeah, like I wrote, you may feel unrecognizable to others with this eclipse, yet deeply familiar to yourself. Because it feels like it's like a homecoming for Aquarius rising.
I feel that. It's like your past, a part of your past self is coming back.
Yep. Mars and Vesta, they're really going to anchor in your willpower here around like, this is what I'm devoted to. This is what I want to take action on. This is who I am.
And also something that Spirit is saying is don't be afraid to let people in on this process of transformation. Like you don't have to reject everyone and be like, no, I'm going to be stubborn and like do this. Like fuck you. Like you can still be like, I'm going to transform, and if you want to watch my cocoon while I'm in it, go ahead. 100%.
And all eyes are on you, Aquarius risings. So take it in. And Uranus,
this is where you're the sex worker. Like you're the pole dancer. You're taking your stage and you're transforming.
Yes. And Uranus in your 4th house is like shaking up your emotional foundations. And I think that that's also the key piece of what's bringing in the true authenticity, because it's like, if I can embody change even in my roots, then when you really anchor into that feeling of like, okay, everything's shifting, everything's changing, but this is like who I actually am, and I can embody myself throughout the change. That's literally what the earth does. We think about the earth and she has tectonic plates like always shifting all the time, but she's true in her essence.
Yeah, I was seeing it as like the fissures of like steam and air that come up and are expressed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Aquarius risings, you are here to live a life of authenticity. Show the world your truth with this eclipse.
Hey.
Pisces risings. Hello, fellow Pisces risings. Are you sitting in the circle?
Why are you nice to them? Are you sitting in the circle? And everyone, you're like, sit in the circle. I apologize biased. For all the other rising signs.
Okay, but I had to be intense because y'all, if I was intense for your rising sign, Taurus rising, Aquarius rising, y'all are going through shifts here, okay? Like my shift Pisces rising, it's like 12th house. It's like, it's behind the scenes. It's just your subconscious. You know?
No big deal.
No big deal.
just how you see the whole world.
But yeah, I mean... But yeah, I mean, it is working behind the veil, though. It's not as, like,
it might not feel so present to you.
Yeah. But with this eclipse, we are releasing old psychic contracts and subconscious narratives, potentially
it's like waking
around
up and you're like, oh, I just
sacrifice. Feel different. 100%. And this is the kicker of like Saturn and Neptune in our 2nd house is asking us to anchor our dreams into form to make it real. And then Mars and Vesta transiting through our 12s is bringing this feeling of like, yeah, it's a courageous act to rest and like take care of yourself and go into solitude and set those boundaries. So for Pisces risings with this eclipse,
the boundaries feels hard for y'all.
But our time alone, our time in rest is sacred.
Yeah, I see it as like this person meditating, and they're like levitating and they're like pushing everyone away. Like, let me have this space, which feels very hard.
Yeah.
Because you want to be like, come look. And it's like, no, this is for you. This message is for you.
But we're also in Aquarius season with the sun transiting through our 12th house. So there is a solar focus on that time spent alone. So hopefully that creates
invite other people to also spend time alone.
Yeah.
In their home. Away from you.
I.e., like, let's go on like a meditative visualization journey together. But like, I'm on the bed, you're on the yoga mat, and we're just...
Yeah, it's giving, like, those retreats where you don't talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a silent retreat.
I love it. I love that Josh is doing so much with his comedy career, because that means that I get more time alone.
Yeah, my cousin is like a double Pisces, and she does 2 silent retreats a year.
It's such a vibe. I feel like Pisces risings, we really need that, because our physical body, because it is the oneness, the Pisces energy has a hard time with boundaries. We do absorb a lot of people's energy unconsciously without realizing it if we don't consciously call in that protection. So that time alone and solitude, I mean, this is my life's fucking work with Saturn in my 12th house, right? To like cultivate the solitude. And it's for that reason. It's for the protection of my sacredness. So if that helps, Pisces risings, your rest is sacred. Honor it.
Yay.
Okay, February 18th through March 19th, the sun is moving into Pisces. I love this, Pisces risings. I'll still talk to y'all because we'll have the sun moving through our first house, which this might feel like coming out of the cocoon, right? Coming out of that restful place and being like, ooh, like now here, the sun moving through our first house, there's that softening. It's a very romantic energy. So yeah, this transit, the sun in Pisces, it's all about intuition, compassion, imagination. It's a very delusional kind of energy sometimes, but it's also about surrender and spiritual renewals. So I was meditating with this being like sweet medicine after the intensity of that eclipse, but we'll see how it plays out. But
you're like, it's not
it's just the sun
sweet.
Transiting, you know, the sun, no big deal. Okay, this one's a big fucking deal though. February 20th. This is a date that astrologers have marked on their calendars for
That's
years.
When the war begins. Yeah.
Fuck. Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries at 0 degrees. So this is, I'm like, I keep saying this, like, we're moving into this new era.
It's happening
but
then.
This is like when it's like, boom,
Buckle
here
up.
the fuck we are.
Yeah.
Because Saturn, the reality piece, the structure, is meeting Neptune, the mysticism, the spiritual.
Yeah, and I feel dissolving. Like the Leo moon and the solar eclipse was like, this is preparing you for February 20th, babe. Like, if you did the inner and the outer work, you should be ready for this.
100%.
As much as possible, right?
So yeah, it's like structures, they're being rewritten. There might be like a newfound sense of like spiritual identity, stuff happening with like religious spiritual movements, collective like illusions dissolving, coming back to that realness of that Aries assertion. This could be like belief system shifting. This could also be like reality that's shaped by your deeper dreams. Like, I know I've been really meditating on that for Saturn and Neptune moving through my second house of like, how do I want to make money and make my dreams come true and like be really like anchored in that. Like, Saturn and Neptune is a beautiful transit for that. And then the Aries is like, okay, but how are you taking action? Like, what are you doing? Like, in my business, like, what am I doing to like make that happen, right? Like, or what am I doing in like the bigger projects and things that I'm working on to make that happen? But it's going to show up differently, obviously, depending on where Aries is for you. But that's what's been coming up for me. And
I keep seeing like religious stuff, like people being like preachers being like really, really intense and like,
because it's a part of their identity structure.
But I feel like it's not like for the better. Like, I feel like it's the people that like maybe skipped their homework on the eclipse and are still trying to like hold on to that structure.
Yeah, I can see that. I also can see though the frequency around people taking responsibility over their own connection to source or spirit. And so it being then like a felt sense in their physical body.
I'm seeing like a documentary of people who left a cult.
Yeah, I can also see this being a time where there were certain documents in what should have been the actual biblical texts that were removed, like the Book of Thomas, all of the Mary Magdalene documents, and a lot of these speak to the quality of like God or source being found within, like that Ankh symbol we were talking about earlier. And I have a feeling that this transit is going to start bringing back some of those ideologies and those texts that make people question, like, why am I giving all my money to this institution? Like, why, like, thinking for themselves again around what feels true and what feels good and what feels in alignment, or the opposite, where people go deeper into the identity structures and into the disillusionment.
That's what I was feeling. Yeah. I think for those people who are doing that on February 20th, like, I don't think it's going to last that long. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain the disillusionment and like keep disassociating from the truth. So, and their role in it. I feel like something will happen eventually and they'll be like, oh.
Yeah, because how can you continue to align your spiritual identity with a system that is creating so much harm and aggression and assertion?
If it serves you.
But it also...
That's how you continue. So then
we've seen that throughout history, right? The Catholic Church, the horrendous amount of bloodshed that has happened for that exact reason of the identity. So
and Saturn is the Lord of karma. So if you're lest we not forget,
back that up. Yeah.
So if you're doing this in this lifetime and you think this won't bite you in the ass, it will be your karmic. You're gonna get this not this lifetime. Fine, you'll get it next lifetime. Fine, you'll get it in your family lineage. You'll get it in whatever else comes ahead of you.
Yeah. It's the truth. Because Aries asks you to be so fucking real and honest. Aries is the spark. It's the initial flame, that birthing point. And imagine living so disconnected from your truth. And that's what we're seeing right now on a mass level.
Well, most humans are in our society.
That's what I'm saying. We're seeing that on a mass level.
I mean, more than just, like, the Republican people.
Yeah,
but, like,
people disconnected from their passion, from, like, what makes them feel alive, what sparks their energy and their vitality. So, the bigger question that I was meditating on for this, like, historic moment is, what becomes possible when we believe in ourselves and take responsibility for your identity.
Yeah, don't keep pointing the finger at the next person.
Yeah.
It's okay to make a mistake.
Yeah.
It's okay to change your mind.
Yeah.
It's okay to try again, to start over. There's no obligation that you have to keep riding hard for this just because you already did it. Like, you can change at any time that you want to. 100%.
Again, we were just talking about that. That is the foundation of this earth. This hunk of rock that we live on.
Changes all the time. Every day.
You can change too.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry if you believe in, like, the regular male white dude God, but, like, if you go to the pearly gates and you're like, well, but it would be embarrassing to change my mind. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, that god was also part of, like, a Sumerian pantheon where that was the war god, and that they made into, like, what is now the god in the biblical sense. The big god. Because out of the narcissism, the like narcissism of like, I'm better than everyone else, worship me, no other god. And they say that in the Bible, no other god. So that is already fucking telling you right there that there are other gods, that there are other frequencies.
Yeah, in the Torah, like, there's like facets of God. There's like a feminine facet.
Yeah.
You know, like there's like a few different versions. Yeah, well, I only know the Hebrew name, but yes.
Yeah.
The Shekhinah. Yeah, so even that kind of shows that there's different facets of God.
Yes.
Like there's more than one.
We're multifaceted. So
what do you think will happen at that? I don't know. I kept hearing lockdown on the 20th.
I do feel like we might be moving into a period of martial law that coming into play.
That's why I feel like it makes sense if people are looking at for God within, because maybe they can't go out and like do church.
And I know we talked about the technology piece and the eclipse, which can be like a shutting down, like a closing. So there might be
a blackout. That's
I
what
was thinking about that too. I feel like my Pisces energy, I always want to bring like, here's the better option, here's the like higher octave of like what, but like I also do want to bring in the realness.
Not everyone's going to choose the higher option.
Exactly. Because it's just where we are at, and I know we've talked about this personally, but I really do feel like we're not going to see compassion being implemented on a world stage until Pluto moves into Pisces, probably like all the way until the end of Pluto moving into Pisces, which won't be until like 2060 something. Like we have a long ways. Yeah.
I'm exhausted, Tyler. I don't want to wait until I'm this old.
We are meant to be the leaders, though. Our Aries energy.
Why do I have to teach someone that humans are valuable and their lives are important? That's just the dumbest shit in my life.
Well, why do we have to teach people to have compassion? It should be baseline.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Why do we have to teach people that everyone deserves safety? Why do we have to teach people that every human matters? Why do we have to teach people to not look at someone and question, are they legal? Do they have documentation? Are they a criminal? Like, the fuck, they're also a human. What ways can you relate to them? What ways can you find the common ground? How can you help? Instead of like looking at someone being like, I want to get them out of here, I want to hurt them. How can I support them?
It's because those people feel like they're always getting less. Like they're already like they don't acknowledge.
Goes back to the competition.
Yeah, they don't acknowledge that their system gives them less and makes them want to compete with each other. That's the solution for how to get more, and so they just look at everyone as like their enemy.
Yeah. So the end of this month, again, we're going into the Mercury retrograde cycle. So February 26th, Mercury retrograde. So I really do hope that this deepens humanity into like the initiation through our intuition and like what our intuition can show us and tell us.
Yeah, do like an inward journey. Do like a visualization, a cacao, fucking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Did something I write spark something?
No, I was thinking about. I was gonna tell people like do like a journey, like if they want to do psychedelics or something. And I was thinking about that.
Hello.
Yeah. I can't talk about this on camera.
You're getting so red.
It's called embarrassment, baby.
But I mean, yeah, great timing though, right? Okay,
Shook.
So the overview of February. I mean, again, like this month is bringing huge.
I feel like have you ever seen Rick and Morty?
Yes.
I feel like I want to be like, you're fucked. Humanity's fucked, y'all. You better get it together. Fucking like how he goes on his like drunk tirades. He's like, we don't have compassion for the other species and people that live here. Like,
if we were Rick and Morty, would you be Rick and I'd be Morty?
Yeah.
You're like, no fucking question.
You're like, why can't we all get along? Can I have my sex robot wife? Yeah. Like, he wants to be included. That's why he goes on the journeys. I'm not really Aquarius, but Rick is totally Aquarius. But it's actually funny on my website. I think I still have it there, but a long time ago when I was like defining my brand and my business, I picked like 5 pop culture like personalities that like make up my personality, and Rick is one of them.
I can see that. That's your Aquarius 3rd house though. And also just like your audacity, like with the Jupiter 1st house, like you really are a soul that is here to take up all this fucking space and be like, I said what I said.
Yeah.
Sorry, I scared you, Jinx.
She's like, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. I'm deaf.
But yeah, no, February, it is bringing huge shifts. Like, these are not like, oh, like steady, like,
yeah,
go with
create
the
your
flow.
abundance.
Like
what's your goals? Plant your seeds.
Like,
this is like the earth is shifting. Humanity is changing.
Yes.
Where are you gonna be in this?
Saturn entering Aries, this Aquarius eclipse, rewriting collective systems, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, birthing a whole new era, the Mercury retrograde, dissolving old narratives, this Leo full moon that's calling us to shine into our light, the Venus Pisces. At least we have that.
I'm gonna start the trend. It's like, post the photo of you in 1380 AD. What were you doing in 1380 AD? Ask your past life healers. We need to look up. We need to do that.
What was I doing? You want to channel in? I want to know.
What was I doing in 1380?
What was I doing?
Oh, I'm seeing you. Damn, that was fast. You're
like, I'm here. I see it.
Okay, I'm seeing you on like a chariot with horses. Like you're riding like a bunch of horses. Like a wooden chariot. Because that's like Roman times, right? 1380. Yeah. Ooh.
Is this around the time when I had the king life? It was, wasn't it? Around this era? Or was this maybe life before?
I think the king life was a little bit later.
A little bit later?
Like maybe... Wait, when was the Crusades?
Around... It was like the 13th century or something like that.
When were the Crusades? Oh. No, earlier, 1095.
Yeah.
That's when they started.
When they started, yeah.
When did the Crusades end? 1291. So it's after. It's your life after that.
Okay. Okay, the chariot, though. What was I doing on that chariot?
1380 AD. I don't know. Late middle. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the Hundreds Year War?
Yeah.
Maybe you were part of that. That's crazy. I wonder if they even used those wooden chariots at that point. I don't know. I'm shitty with time, with history.
Me too. I'm like, wait, everything.
Frankie's
Pisces
the historian,
rising.
dude.
I'm like, everything just like feels like it's like so. It's blending.
I'm like
together.
in human design. I'm a big picture. The dates are like not a thing for me.
I feel like I also am like big picture thinker too. I think that's like our Sag medicine too, though.
It's
like
big picture.
Sages.
Yeah, Frankie's like Cancer stellium, so he's like the keeper of like the informations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So February, it's a big month. We want to hear how this all lands for you. Like you're sitting in the circle with us. We want to hear how this lands. We want to hear any questions that you have. And we're going to answer actually a couple questions. I got so caught up in all of this that we actually did have a question come in. Someone asked about her chart and was saying that like, oh, ChatGPT was saying that I'm an Aquarius rising, but I look it up and it says that I'm a Pisces rising. And I have good news for you, my friend. You are a fellow 0-degree Pisces rising. Fuck whatever ChatGPT is saying to you.
Do not trust ChatGPT for anything, period. But for astrology, I tested it out. And it made a bunch of mistakes. And I literally asked, why are you making so many mistakes? And it was like, because I'm trying to give you an answer so quickly. I'm just skimming and I'm not actually doing the deep work. Like, this is why we hire astrologers, people who have studied these things for a long time throughout many lifetimes. Like, just pay the real person to interpret it. The computer pulls from like things from the internet, so it's already pulling from people who've written stuff on the internet, and then it's giving it to you. But it often makes a lot of mistakes because it's trying to go too fast so that it can give you an immediate answer.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
And you also asked, like, if there's something that you can be looking forward to for the transits for this month. And I just think it's so interesting that the lunations are falling in a conjunction with your nodal axis. So the north node on that Leo full moon, and then the south node, your south node on the Aquarius eclipse.
Wow. Okay, so the Aquarius eclipse, you're gonna be releasing past life shit.
That's what I was exactly feeling. Like, it felt
the south
like
node there, past life.
Yes.
Some
like
something, some wound, something from your past life. You might have a dream about it.
Yes. I was feeling that very, very strongly for that eclipse.
It's actually, it feels like something that has like kept you, because the Aquarius is like circulatory. It feels like something that's like kept you in fear. Something that I keep thinking like something like that. Like it's releasing, like you might have like a deeper sense of like embodiment maybe afterwards.
100%. And with the nodal axis right now, the south node moving through your 7th house, you're already feeling that, like a release and a shedding of anything that is not in true alignment and authenticity within your partnerships and how you show up in partnerships and how other people perceive you, especially with your sun there, Jupiter as well, and Virgo, Saturn.
I would say for like the Leo, because you have the 6th house Leo, for the Leo full moon, like and you have your Venus there. Yeah. Rub yourself with like a sexy oil or something. Not the sexy theme again.
Devotion.
Whatever your intention is that rituals. You want, like rub your chest with your oil, because Leo's like the heart area. Yep. So like rub yourself with that. Like do like tapping.
Oh my gosh. And with Vesta conjunct your natal Venus.
That's why I was like, let's go.
Like
make your home pretty.
Devotion to your rituals, and especially
light
rituals
candles
that are fun, that have that joyful Leo-like energy, the playful Leo-like energy.
Put on like Lauryn Hill or something.
I love that.
Not me assuming your music taste.
But
also that. As a 0 degrees Pisces rising, your soul has never done this, and this is something that your soul is now like, what is it like to be a Pisces rising? I've never done it before.
Welcome to the club, baby. We are rare magical souls, Pisces risings in general, but the 0 degree is like, it's the purity of that sign. It's unfiltered. So
you just care so much.
Yeah, we have so much compassion and sensitivity, but that is our gift. Our intuition is our gift.
And you're a Virgo sun?
Yeah, Virgo sun.
Go to like the animal sanctuary and pet animals, because I kept seeing you just petting animals. Like go
that's cute.
Go pet animals. With the Virgo and the Pisces, go pet an animal.
And I feel like the Leo full moon, it is really highlighting like, what are you here to do to be of service in the world, like, and aligning that work that you're doing with your heart. Like that is your evolution, to be of service to humanity. And you also have you're a fellow 10th house moon. That's Sag. We both have a Sag moon. And you have Neptune conjunct your moon and your moon on your MC. Rough. So there is a frequency here around nurturing the collective. Providing nurturing spaces. Like there's a spiritual leadership.
Yes, that's what I'm seeing. I see you like reaching past the clouds.
It's high priestess energy.
To the heavens and pulling down knowledge. That's what I see. Yeah. That's why I see your purpose.
Oh my god, yeah. And that Scorpio Mars in the 9th house, like
write it, publish it, for that. Put it out there in some way. Share your wisdom pieces.
Yes.
Okay, not us giving you a reading.
I know, like, we're just going in.
Okay, well, thank you for being our first ever question.
Oh my god, yes. Thank you.
That's why you got the reading.
We also had another question. Someone asked about, well, what if I don't have any Aquarius placements? And I was like, let's answer this on the pod. Because I feel like this is a really good question. Because, we're not always going to have placements in every single sign.
Yeah, if you don't have placements, it means like your soul isn't really focusing on those things in this lifetime. It's like, oh, I want to focus, take more of a, like, learn lessons here, explore this gift here, like step into this area of life more. And it means maybe you've cultivated some Aquarius stuff already. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that these lunations don't affect you, because you still have a house that Aquarius rules over.
Exactly. You're still going to be experiencing transits in that house. And yeah, I feel like this is just an area of life where it is, like you're saying, it's like not as a heavy emphasis. It's not a heavy focus in this lifetime. For some people, they would say that maybe you've already cultivated mastery over that energy in another lifetime.
Yes.
Like I have no Taurus,
no Leo,
no Virgo, no Leo. I just have Chiron and Leo.
No fucking Leo placements.
Although I've been learning my Draconic chart, and I'm a Leo sun.
Oh. Segment?
Yeah. But I cannot escape Saturn on my fucking ascendant.
Ooh.
That's also my Draconic chart. So apparently my soul is just Saturnian. Hello.
Love that for you. Yeah, so just look and see based off the rising signs that we gave throughout this, it will still work for you. Yes. Like it's still going to affect that area of life. It just means you won't have like a specific placement that will also be activated. It'll be maybe less intense for you.
Yeah.
Or easier for you to understand or move through. Yeah. It's an eclipse, so it's intense for everyone.
Yes.
It's tied to the humanity piece, so.
But for fixed signs, especially because it's happening in your angular houses, it's going to feel more intense than probably everyone else.
Yeah, but by fixed signs, we mean Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio.
Yep.
There you go. There you have it.
Yeah, those were our questions, and then we'll do just a really quick reading, and we'll close because so I know I'm hungry actually.
Oh, I'm glad I ate before this. I'm sorry.
I didn't.
I'm sorry you didn't.
I'm hungry.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Y'all, we're recording this really late.
It's like 11:30. All right. What are we asking? Message for the collective for February?
You're just delirious at this point.
Yeah, I'm so tired.
Okay, we're asking, just general vibes.
What's the vibe for February? What the guidance? What should the collective know? What do you want to share about February? Spirit. Ooh, I heard the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland saying, "Who are you?"
Yes,
because he has this little like smoking. When he goes to smoke rings and he's telling Alice, "Who are you?" That's what's going on. The 8 of Wands. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of things going on.
I've been in my 8 of Wands embodiment year. So you remember how I like created the system with your solar return chart and then aligned whatever the ascendant point is to the tarot? It's my 8 of Wands year. Which for me is my like 10th house.
After your birthday?
It's on your birthday, so
it won't be till April.
No, this year that I'm currently in. So in April,
it ends in April.
Yeah, okay. I'll have a new card, which I actually haven't even looked into.
Oh my god!
So we'll see what my next year will be. But no, I'm currently in this year, the 8 of Wands, which for me has felt like, because it's in my 10th house, it has felt like it has been this period of like big picture thinking. The mind being oriented towards those bigger dreams and visions, especially for my career. Because the 8 of Wands, it's a decan ruled by Mercury. And with Sagittarius, Mercury is not at home there. It's opposite to Mercury's home sign in Gemini. So there's a detriment feeling. But it is also the sign where I think about Mercury being the storyteller, because it's like, oh, Mercury can take all these big picture ideas and topics and bring it into the art of storytelling. But I also feel like this decan really teaches us that mental quality of patience, especially because Sag can be like a long journey, right? And we're entering a new fucking era. This is a long journey we have ahead of us. And go back to the episode where we're talking about Pluto and Aquarius. This is a 20-year initiation, a 20-year transit. So I feel like Spirit is saying, like, with this coming through, there's this idea of what it means to have the mental awareness for that big picture vision, the collective vision, but also to be rooted in patience. Because when I think about the 8 of Wands, it's like, okay, the intentions are set. It's being cast in the universe, and here are the wands, but they're up in the air, and you're just like, all right, patience. Patience in the process.
I also feel like it's like this energy of just like a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of like weed through it. You have to like sift through it and kind of like figure out what are we tackling at what point? Like if we're connecting to the big picture over and over, it's like, what do I want to do with this? Is this important? Is this just something in my plate that like doesn't need to be on my plate? Like it feels like there's a lot of like mental pieces that we're kind of like sorting through, and we're getting a sense of direction. Like, do I keep it? Do I throw it out? You know, it's like, does it bring me joy? The Marie Kondo thing. Because like with Sag, it can be like a lot of I just felt like there's like 10 voices speaking, like with the Sag Mercury piece. Yeah. And it's like, hold on, like one at a time, right? Which is patience, one at a time. Yep. So I feel like there's so many things that in February are being highlighted around our systems, and not just in the US, but globally, that need to be fixed. And so it's like, we need to hold our vision to the big picture, and we need to like address each 8 of these wands one at a time. I don't think it's actually going to be like one at a time, but it's that long piece that you were talking about. Like, it might not be right now. It might not be fixed immediately. We might feel exhausted. We might feel like shit. Like, when is that big shift all the astrologers were talking about? I'm not feeling it. And like you're saying, you feel like it might take a long, like all the way through the Pisces, the Pluto and Pisces. So I feel like you can see in the card, it's like there's mountains, like there's a journey. We're visioning, we're going on a journey. We're not there ready. It's all in the air. All these wands are in the air. They're not on the ground.
Not you with your Sag finger. I feel like it's also speaking to like the mental quality of being so aligned in a belief system that we were talking about for this month, where Sag does rule over belief systems. And like that's what I was saying with like, I just have the one arrow and this is the only way I think, and this is the right way.
There's 8 facets of one thing.
And that's going to be, I think, really heightened for February, like around this is your identity. Yeah. And then this is what shapes your worldview. Or are you willing to expand your worldview? Are you willing to see someone else as human?
Well, because a lot of people who align themselves with like Trump's, like the MAGA supporters, their identity is at odds with Trump and his supporters, right? Like we have like family members that are like Latino and they're supporting Trump. And it's like, if you look at the big picture of your identity, like, do you really think that they're going to support you? Yeah. And they're going to back you up?
ICE that is Latino being detained off duty. Like, what? Or like, did you see the video of the ICE person who had the same accent as the person he was detaining? Yeah, it's like, just like, come on, babe. What's like, look at the big picture of what you're doing. Like, if your job is contingent on like tearing families apart, get a new job. Exactly. So, February. I wasn't lying. I told y'all in the January episode, I said February is a month for the books.
Yeah. So, we'll catch you on the flippity flip. Remember, you can email us any questions you have to thecelestialpodcast@gmail.com. It'll be in our show notes. It's like in our link in bio and all those stuff. Yeah. I hope so.
Or DM us on IG.
Yeah, send your question. If you want to DM us on like TikTok or IG, totally fine. I understand if you're like, I will not be logging into my Gmail because I'm getting rid of my Gmail for another email. I understand. And then we'll be doing a giveaway.
Oh yeah, we have some exciting things coming up. I don't know if we want to announce it on this episode. Do we?
Yeah. Okay. Look forward to it in March. We'll be doing a giveaway. You can win an astrology chart reading with either of us. So that'll be cool. Look out for that. Follow our podcast, The Celestial Circle Podcast. Because we rebranded. I'm like, I want to say the old name. It's like the dead name. Our podcast is trans.
Our third rebirthing identity.
Yeah, we're the secret third gender now. So you follow us there. You'll see the update. We're also going to be announcing like a really big project that we've been working on that we want to invite you to. And yeah, if you have any other feedback, if you want to share any other type of stories or things, please let us know. Especially the Saturn and Pisces people. If you're like writing to you like on the day after my Saturn return is over. Oh boy, what a journey this has been. Like, that's totally fine. We will read that. Let us know.
100%. Because, yes, collectively, y'all all went through a Saturn and Pisces return transit. Yeah. But it showed up differently for every one of you, depending on what house your Pisces is.
Mine's
if you have planetary energies in there, like, it's going to show up differently. And, like, that's the beauty of astrology, is, like, we can all go through the same transit collectively, but we're individually going to experience it completely different.
And if you're like, why the fuck does that matter? Maybe there's another person who's listening who, like, they went through the same house, same Saturn and Pisces transit, and they're hearing your story and they're like, oh, like, that's why that happened, or like, me too. Yeah. Oh my God. So it's a circle. We're all equal here, so we want to hear from y'all. We want to be engaged with y'all. We just can't. Yeah. We can't invite you into my home to record. So this is the next best thing.
Yes. Okay. Looking forward to hearing from y'all, and thanks for sitting in the circle with this one. I know I definitely was a little aggressive. That Aries energy came out for some of y'all, but you know, just keeping it real. The authenticity piece.
I feel like you're like the mom that's like, sweetie, I'm sorry I yelled at you earlier. I was just trying to keep it real. You have like your wine in your cup. You're like, I was just keeping it real.
I don't know why you always call me the mom. Do I really have that? Like,
I guess like I see Pisces energy as like the kind mother.
I kind of do have that. Like, when we do our events, I'm like, sit down, like, get your tea.
Yeah, well, when people say stuff, you're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, you're so genuine. You're like, don't do that. That's how I wanted my mom. Because I have a Saturn, I have Pisces 4th house. So that's why I see you as mom. Duh, astrology.
Astrology!
That's why. Now we figured it out. Yeah. That's why I see you as mom. Because I wanted my mom to be like that.
Aww.
And my mom was like a Virgo, the opposite.
Caring and nurturing towards you.
Thanks. My little inner child needs it. For real.
Oh my gosh, yes. This is actually a really great topic, like having friendships that rewire like the parental pieces that we didn't receive, like experiencing that through friendship dynamics, that nurturance and care. That's a good Substack actually topic to write on.
Yeah, that's
I feel like
true.
People need that.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of our society only makes space for romantic relationships. Yeah. But like having intimacy and depth and connection in like non-romantic relationships is really important.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll end this with kiss your homies on the mouth. Tell your friends you fucking love them with some tongue. Consensually. The sex theme has ended. It's platonic sex. Just tell your bestie, it's just platonic sex. This astrologer online told me we need to have sex for intimacy, but it's platonic.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. You're like, what the fuck are these people doing? None of your business.
We're just witches over here with our sex magic and our spells.
I feel like that should be like a meme. We're just witches. Look at you with our sex magic. I hope the clip gets fucking clipped for that. Like, that needs to be one.
Maybe we need to go back to like making our own goddamn clips.
Dude, it's so long. Maybe if for the days that we're gonna be blocking out, we could.
Yeah. Okay.
That was not for you to know. It's neither here nor there. Thank you and good luck, comrades.
Till our next celestial circle, y'all.
Sending you a kiss on the mouth if you choose to
March
receive it.
Is also gonna be
another
eclipse. Another eclipse.
Okay.
Bye.
Something to look forward to. Thank you for listening to the Celestial Circle podcast. We are eternally grateful to have you in our cosmic community.
Make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen.
That way you'll be updated whenever new episodes drop.
please leave us a review and share with your friends so that our circle grows.
The circle is now closed.
Bye!